For our next speaker, he's an awesome design ninja, a UI UX designer, motion graphics designer, and he has expertise with more than 4 years in multidisciplinary design industries. He has a great sense of leadership and team building spirit. He is also a graphic designer currently at ImageAppeal. Let's all welcome Sunil Pandit.
Hi, hello, good morning, everyone. My topic is for today is it's more than just a logo and a simple mark that lasts for years or decades and half centuries. And why do we want these things to last for a long time? Well, it often costs a millions dollar to change the logo. Entire structure are built around the logo, but it also if we stick to the logo around over the year, it can become a vessel to hold the association feeling that will have the company represented and develop quite a bit of emotional attachment to the logo, which we call them identity for a reason. So how do we create something simple and that can endorse and also on the same time it can last for a long time? I work here at ImageAppeal as a senior graphics designer. While the world is constantly changing, our approach to designing like these identities also change as time goes by. And for us, the relationship with client is like a dominant key thing. And the reason is we're gonna base and establish a good design for logo sooner or later. We're gonna have to push back from the client to say no. Mostly they will say, I like it, but in some manner they could say, what the hell is this? I don't understand it. What does it mean? No, uh, couldn't we use a picture of a building and couldn't we use a picture of a sculpture? I hate it. Right. This is for the feedback we will get for the logo while we design on the initial phases. So sometimes we also have to say no. We can't use those buildings. We can't use those sculptures on the same time because this feedback taught us that we don't need to like the logo right away, but what we need is the purpose itself, and we have to deal with it and explain it to our clients. So, what is a good logo? Well, there are many misconceptions about the logos. People think that they have to tell a lot about the logo, or it has to be interesting or pretty or move us emotionally. In fact, the logo does not have to do any of that. A logo has to work so it can stick around, and over time, it builds its recognition. So we kind of condense with three basic things that we are looking at. What makes a good visual identity? Starting with the very first one, it's an appropriate. The logo should be an appropriate. It needs to feel right. This is a personality thing. So if it's an export, maybe it's a bold or dynamic. If it's a fashion, maybe it should be elegant, but it's a character. And moving on with the next one, it should be distinctive, different enough, memorable, so that it can stick in anyone's mind. You see it once or twice, we can describe it to someone, or we can doodle it on a piece of paper. And definitely that's a good sign for the logo. And moving on with the third one, it should be simple, something that is uncomplicated in form. So it can work on tiny size like a business cards, on large sizes on signs, maybe on a pixel format on the web. That's what we are looking for it. And the good example for that is the yellow frame of National Geography. If you landed on Mars yesterday, you didn't know anything about National Geography. You'll say, what the hell is this? It's a yellow rectangle. It's nothing, right? But in fact, in combination with the name and through consistent use, it's a perfect vessel for all the associations and the feeling of people have with National Geographics. But this can only happen over time, and it convinces me to convey the potential of good logo design to work with long term clients, rephrase over and over again with the desire to feel an emotional connection immediately. A logo does not only grabs attention, logo does not only make strong impressions, a logo does not only the foundation of your brand. Logo does not only memorable, a logo does not only separates you from your competitors. Logo is more than that. So this is what, and now I'm done with this one. So yeah, thank you so much for giving me a chance to speak about in this design aesthetics events. Yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you, Luis.
Thank you so much, Sunil, for sharing how to create logos and um, discussing with us the creative aspects of logos. Before you go, I'd like to ask a question from our Facebook audience, Danica. She wants to know if why does brand image matters? Why do you think brand image matters?
Okay, so it matters when you talk in terms of in terms of your business. It matters over time, as I just explained you a while ago, that brand is something that you build over time. It can't be built overnight,
Right.
right? It takes time. So that's like for you're having you should be consistent with your brand. You can't just simply swap your logos and swap your brand identities like uh, two times in a year or three times in a year just based on your mood. It should be consistent. It should be pretty much interesting. Like before doing that, you should be having some thought process on it. So that's what I can say on this.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sunil. Yeah, I totally agree. Brand image really matters for businesses as it's how they would be remembered by most of their clients and customers online, especially online, and even in the even brick and mortar or in the traditional aspects of marketing. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Sunil.